Hey everyone! Welcome to Chi-Chi's Corner. Chi-Chi is the wife of Son Goku and mother to Gohan and Goten. She's also grandmother and mother-in-law to Pan and Videl. This channel is dedicated to Chi-Chi because if there's a misunderstood character that needs one, it's her. The purpose of this channel is to give an informative and rational view of Chi-Chi, her character, and her relationships with her family and the characters in the Dragon Ball universe. There are videos of Chi-Chi, but most are created by people who are not fans of her and presents a viewpoint to serve their own narrative instead of the facts. It leaves the most negative and inaccurate image of Chi-Chi. There are a few that try to explain Chi-Chi with a few points, but they bash Chi-Chi in the end anyway with more misinterpretations to her character. There are so many biased views and interviews that have been misinterpreted with personal opinions to think the worst. There's so much to cover, but let's start with our introduction in Dragon Ball. Chi-Chi makes her first appearance in Chapter 11 of the Dragon Ball manga as an 11-year-old child in an orange bikini running from a dinosaur. We later learn she is the daughter of Ginmayu, the Ox King, who possessed the Dragon Ball Goku and Bulma are after, but because of the flames surrounding his castle, no one can get to it, including Ginmayu. Ginmayu has his own issues. Frypan Mountain was once a peaceful area, but 10 years ago, flames fell from the skies and surrounded the castle, and so much fire, it prevented Ginmayu and the 1-year-old Chi-Chi from returning to their home. This information is glossed over, but it's key to understanding what Chi-Chi has experienced so far in her young life. Ginmayu was once a student of Master Roshi with Son Gohan, Goku's adoptive grandfather. While Son Gohan got a reputation of being a legendary martial artist, Ginmayu got a reputation of another manner. The riches in his castle came from gold and treasures he looted from other lands. Likely, it was karma coming to collect on Ginmayu with the flames around his castle. For that, Chi-Chi suffered for her father's sins. She was banished from her home for 10 years and grew up with a father that was selfish, ruthless, and cruel to people. Flames surrounded his castle, but Ginmayu was paranoid and kept a vigil at the base of the mountain and killed anyone who came near. This is evident in the manga and explored in the anime. Homes around the castle are in ruins, and there are bones of dead people. It's possible Chi-Chi witnessed her father killing people and it shaped her behavior around him. The anime has the only image of Chi-Chi's mother. It's never said how she died, but we know Chi-Chi was a baby and has no memory of her mother. She grew up with a father with a violent reputation that encouraged her to be so well behaved she can fly Nimbus. Because of her father's reputation, Chi-Chi's had little interaction with people. It's evident how she responds to Goku and Yamcha when she meets them. Ginmayu was so obsessed with protecting his treasures that when he learns the Bancho fan in Master Roshi's possession can put out the flames around his castle, he sends his 11-year-old daughter to get it instead of doing it himself. Think about that. Chi-Chi has probably never strayed from her father's side, but she is sent out into a dangerous world to find a man she's never met. And if you look closely in the manga, Chi-Chi was chased by a dinosaur not far from her home. When Ginmayu meets Goku, he sends Goku to find Chi-Chi and get the Bancho fan. He also offers his daughter as a wife to Goku, as a bonus in helping him get what he wants. the fire extinguished around his castle so he can be around his treasures again. Goku, a child grown in isolation, doesn't understand or accepts the offer, but helps getting married anyway. We'll analyze Goku and Chi-Chi's history together in our next video, but for now, let's focus on the basics. When Goku and Chi-Chi meet, both are naive. Goku can't tell the difference between a boy and a girl without a pat-pat. Chi-Chi uses magazines as her guide to understanding boys. When Goku performs the pat-pat, Chi-Chi mistakes it as affection and thinks since Goku touched her in a personal way, they should marry. This hints the type of life Chi-Chi has lived so far. With her father and no mother in her life, Chi-Chi was influenced by her father and magazines which have a limited view on the type of woman girls should grow up to be. Chi-Chi does what she thinks is expected of her as a girl. Before Goku leaves, Chi-Chi brings up the topic of marriage again. Chi-Chi is unaware Goku grew up alone and doesn't know his reason for the pat-pat. Goku doesn't understand what Chi-Chi is saying but agrees to marriage. This tells us a little about Goku and the effect Chi-Chi has on him in a short time. Goku grew up in the wild with Son Gohan before he died. Afterwards, Goku was alone for years, so his education and social skills were limited. He never saw a girl but was told to treat him nicely if he did. When Goku discovers Bulma's a girl, he treats her nicely until she wants his Dragon Ball. Even when Bulma offers Goku to touch her butt in exchange for his Dragon Ball, he refuses. He is frustrated with her on their adventures to collect Dragon Balls. With Chi-Chi, Goku treats her nicely even after she pulls his tail to climb on Nimbus. Chi-Chi being able to ride Nimbus left an impression on Goku because Master Roshi told him only pure-hearted people can ride Nimbus. So while Goku didn't understand Chi-Chi's behavior around him when she brought up marriage, Goku knew Chi-Chi's a good person. So he followed his instincts and accepted Chi-Chi's offer of marriage without fully understanding it. While the anime brings up Chi-Chi 2 more times, in the manga, this is the last time we see Chi-Chi before she meets Goku at the 23rd Tenkaichi Budokai. In these years, Chi-Chi spends her time preparing herself to be a wife to Goku. Arranged marriages are a very serious deal. When you make a promise to marry, you are expected to honor it, and given Chi-Chi's life so far, one can understand why she would take such a risk to marry a guy she didn't know. Despite how some in the fandom interprets this, that doesn't mean Goku and Chi-Chi have a loveless marriage and don't fall in love with each other. They do. We've seen evidence of this in the manga and anime. But while Chi-Chi waited for Goku, doubts must have risen if Goku would return. This could have been by Genmai or Chi-Chi. This theory is confirmed when after 7 years of waiting for Goku, Chi-Chi comes to the Tenkaichi Budokai to remind him of his promise. This is where we're in our video, but next time we'll analyze Goku and Chi-Chi's reunion at the 23rd Tenkaichi Budokai, and their relationship throughout the Dragon Ball series. Until next time.